And welcome back, I'm Piotr, and today I will show you the difference between the Inpainting tool in Affinity Photo and the eraser brush in ON1.
Bokeh Photos, Affinity Photo.
So, as you already probably know, I'm trying to get rid of Lightroom, and ON1 is one of those software I am considering using. In the recent movie, the Exposure X7 was a lot faster, and was just simply a better overall experience. It just felt smoother, faster, and more responsive. But the ON1 has the retouch tool that is called the eraser brush, which pretty much works like that. It does take a while. And boom. And in Affinity we have the Inpain tool. Let's do something similar. Now, the question is, what does look better? This isn't the best, I would say. This is a lot smoother and a lot faster in Affinity. But of course, Affinity is the dedicated software just for that. And the ON1 is just simply a software for photography. And this is the, the trend that all those software for photos are adding some layers, some retouch stuff, some magical filters to, do everything, and in the end, as far as I can tell from my experience, it doesn't really work that well, unfortunately. But tell me in the comments, what do you think? I think that definitely, let's make the same perspective, more or less. I would say definitely Affinity wins, especially that we can add something like that and fix this even further. And here we can brush it again, and it does take some time. And as you can see, Affinity is copying the pattern. You can see that those are lines in the bricks. We see them here. Here everything is just simply like, it's more or less the same color, and it doesn't look that well. But example number 2, let's go here, and this is that tab, I believe. Okay, so we have it here. Let's try to remove some speckles from it. Like, for example, that part here. The problem is also with ON1, I cannot really zoom with control any better. It's not like an Affinity. Okay. It is similar. Not yet. Okay. Retouch, eraser tool. Let's lower this down, make it smaller, and try to erase this. Okay, it did copy parts of that. Okay, second go, perfect. Let's see how Affinity will work with that. Okay, the first time. Well, there's a difference. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe it was 2 pixels more than I had to, or some other issue, but it looks very, very well. Let's remove more of that and do the same here. Pretty much I would say golden, 1 and 2nd. Maybe even ON1 looks better. Yeah, we can always. Okay, those are JPEG files, just so you know. Let's try to remove this. Okay, we did erase the line, of course. Sorry, I didn't get it quite right. Okay. Oh, and we have the line here. So maybe I did something wrong here. Maybe I had to add a little bit more. No, it's being removed. And here we somehow saved this. Let's try and do this again. Control Z, and this is very, very nice indeed. I'm very pleased. Oh, sorry, I cannot move the image with the middle button. So there you have it. I would say ON1 definitely wins, because this is that line here. This is here, and we don't see this in Affinity. Let's try to remove the speckle here, just so we can have some comparison. Yeah, works pretty much the same. Okay, another example. That building. Let me find this here. Okay. I want to remove a whole window, for instance. Perfection, right? Yeah. And how it will go here? Retouch, eraser brush. We already have this. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And let's... Perfection. I would say it's a tie, unfortunately. Okay, another example. Let's go with something more complicated. Okay, let's try and remove that part here. This yellow leaf here. Retouch, eraser brush, and let's do something like this. And here, let's do something similar. Okay, this looks like it has some texture. It's being copied a lot better than this, because this is just simply plain without any texture on it. It's like just everything is smudged out. I don't really like this. Let's try and remove that. Yeah, no competition there. Look how nice the ground looks. And here we have... It's like something is being polished under this. We don't see it, but let's remove that rock, for instance. Yeah, it's... And this dark spot. Okay, everything is getting a lot smoother, and here... Yeah, we are copying this texture here, so maybe this is just simply taking this thing from other part, but Affinity definitely works better in that case scenario. Let's try and do something a little bit more hardcore like that. Okay, nice. Oh, sorry. Control Z. I would say this looks a little bit better, and this looks the smooth mark that we removed anything, and here also, and here you don't really see this. Eventually you can see this, but it doesn't matter because yeah, it does actually. Sorry, it does. On both images you can see that there is something happening here. But I wouldn't say that this is some major issue, because it's such a busy frame, you don't really need this. And you can always do and go with another run. But for the texture, I would say Affinity scores better. Okay, another example. Let's try to remove some of those red berries. This is the same, yeah, more or less. Okay, let's try and remove that, for instance, and see what happens. Okay, very nice. Sorry guys. I don't know, how can I zoom? Okay, view, yes, view. Okay, retouch, erase. Okay, this didn't really work that well. I mean, well, you can see this, there's a copy here, but this is not the best. That's a lot more. That's a lot more like it. Okay. View, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. Let's try to remove that one. Okay, nice. Also nice. The black spot on the leaf. Great. Copy the top. Yeah, pretty much the same. You can see a difference. The yellow spot here, the yellow spot here. Make it a little bit bigger. Perfection, right? I would say those are very, very similar, and in both cases work very, very good. So yeah, definitely you can use the eraser tool in ON1. It's as well, is it as good? For in those examples, I can see that this is pretty much the same stuff. I wouldn't see the difference, and maybe I can see a little bit because we have some nice texture here and here. You can see that this is smoothed out here, right? There is a little bit of texture difference. So yeah, I would say that Affinity definitely has the edge for those. But on the other hand, you could totally get by, and if you want something like that and you don't want to use Affinity, definitely try and download ON1 trial version, run it locally, and you can use this eraser tool while editing your images. For me, this software works slow on my PC, but if it works fine for you, I would definitely choose this. For that tool, this is a huge game changer if you want to edit your photos and etc. And there was that. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comment sections. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.